Velthar had inspected over 300 space stations in his career. He had seen illegal weapons hidden in cargo holds. He had found unlicensed medical experiments in basement labs. He had even discovered a smuggling ring that moved dangerous animals across star systems. Nothing had prepared him for what he would find on the human station. The shuttle docked with a soft click. Velthar checked his scanner one more time. The device was working perfectly. All green lights. All systems normal. He adjusted his uniform and stepped through the airlock. A young human woman was waiting for him on the other side. She had dark hair pulled back in a simple style. Her smile was warm and welcoming. She wore the standard station uniform with a name badge that read, Una. "Welcome to Station Horizon," she said. Her voice was cheerful. "I am Una. I am the chief officer here. We received your message about the inspection. Everything is ready for you. I. Adiun. I." Velthar nodded. His 4 eyes blinked in sequence. This was standard procedure. New species that joined the Galactic Union had to pass safety checks. Humans had only joined 2 years ago. Their stations still needed regular inspections. "Thank you," Velthar said. His translator device made his words sound flat and mechanical. "I will need to see all your laboratories, all storage areas, all research facilities." "Of course," Una said. She gestured down the corridor. "Please follow me. I will give you the full tour." The station was clean and well organized. Velthar was impressed. Many new species struggled to meet galactic standards. Their stations were often messy. Their paperwork was often incomplete, but the humans seemed to have everything in order. They passed through several sections. Velthar scanned each room. His device recorded everything. Life support systems. Normal. Medical bay. Normal. Engineering section. Normal. So far, so good. "You keep a very tidy station," Velthar said. Una smiled. "Thank you. We try our best." Humans have a saying. A clean space means a clear mind. Velthar did not fully understand this saying, but he appreciated the result. He made a note in his report. Positive observation. Station maintains high cleanliness standards. They entered the main laboratory. Several humans were working at different stations. One of them looked up and waved. He was a tall man with short hair. His badge said, "Tay. This is Tay," Una said. "He is our lead scientist. He can answer any questions about our research." "Hello," Tay said. He put down his tools and walked over. Velthar activated his scanner and began to move through the room. He checked each workstation. He examined each piece of equipment. Everything was within legal limits. Everything was properly labeled. The humans were doing simple research, nothing dangerous, nothing suspicious. Then he reached the corner of the room. There was a large metal box there. It hummed quietly. Velthar recognized it as a cooling unit. Humans needed to keep certain things cold. This was normal. "What is in here?" he asked. "Oh, that is just our break room storage," Una said. "Snacks and drinks. Nothing important." Velthar nodded. But regulations required him to check everything. He opened the door. The scanner in his hand went crazy. Red lights flashed. Warning sounds filled the air. The screen showed numbers that made no sense. Velthar stared at the readings. Then he stared at the contents of the cooling unit. Inside were rows and rows of small metal cans. They came in many colors. Blue, green, orange, red. Each can had strange writing on it. Strange symbols. Strange pictures of lightning and fire. Velthar scanned the first can. His device identified 17 different chemical compounds. 15 of them were on the galactic banned list. He scanned the second can. 23 compounds, 19 banned. He scanned the third can. His scanner made a sound he had never heard before, a sound of complete confusion. What is this?" Velthar whispered. His voice was shaking. What are these things? Yuna looked at the cans. She looked at Velthar. She seemed confused by his reaction. Energy drinks, she said simply. We drink them when we are tired. They help us stay awake. Velthar felt his heart stop. All three of them. At the same time. You drink these? He asked. You put these inside your bodies? Yes, Yuna said. She still seemed confused. Is something wrong? Velthar looked at his scanner again. The numbers had not changed. Caffeine, taurine, guarana extract, glucuronolactone. Each compound was more dangerous than the last. Each compound was banned in every laboratory in the galaxy. Each compound could kill most known species in small doses. These chemicals, Velthar said slowly, these are Class X restricted substances. They are banned in all research facilities. They are banned in all medical facilities. They are banned everywhere. Velthar says restricted substances. Velthar says restricted substances. Tay walked over to see what was happening. He looked at the open cooling unit. He looked at the scanner. Then he laughed. Oh, you mean the energy drinks? He said. Yes. They have some strong stuff in them. But they are perfectly safe. For humans, I mean. Safe? Velthar could not believe what he was hearing. This can contains enough caffeine to stop the heart of a Velkari warrior. And the Velkari have 2 hearts. Well, yes, Tay said, but human hearts are different. We can handle it. Velthar took a step back. His 4 eyes were wide with horror. His scanner was still making warning sounds. The red lights were still flashing. I need to make a report, he said. His voice was barely a whisper. I need to contact the Galactic Council. Immediately. Yuna and Tay looked at each other. They did not seem worried. They did not seem scared. They seemed amused. Would you like something to drink while you make your report? Yuna asked. We have water. Tea. Or, she pointed at the cooling unit. Something with more energy? Velthar nearly fainted. He stumbled backward out of the laboratory. His hands were shaking as he reached for his communication device. In all his years of service, he had never seen anything like this. A species that drank poison for fun. A species that consumed banned chemicals as a casual snack. What kind of monsters had joined the Galactic Union? He needed answers. And he needed them now. Velthar stood in the corridor outside the laboratory. His hands were still shaking. His scanner was still making warning sounds. He turned it off. The silence was almost worse. He pulled out his communication device and connected to the emergency response center. A face appeared on the screen. It was a Morthian officer, with gray skin and 3 eyes. Emergency response, the officer said. What is your situation? This is Safety Inspector Velthar, he said quickly. I am on Human Station Horizon. I have discovered a massive chemical contamination. I need immediate evacuation protocols. I need hazardous materials teams. I need medical support. The Morthian officer leaned forward. Chemical contamination? What kind of chemicals? Class X restricted substances, Velthar said. At least 157 different compounds. Maybe more. They are everywhere. The humans are storing them in their food areas. They are keeping them next to their meals. The officer's 3 eyes went wide. 157? Are you certain? My scanner confirmed it, multiple times. Send help immediately. Understood. Teams are being prepared now. Do not approach the contaminated areas. Keep all humans away from the chemicals until we arrive. The communication ended. Velthar felt a small amount of relief. Help was coming. The situation would be contained. Everything would be fine. He turned around and found Yuna standing behind him. I heard your call, she said. Her voice was calm. Too calm. There seems to be a misunderstanding. There is no misunderstanding, Velthar said. Your station is contaminated with dangerous chemicals. My people are coming to help. Please gather all station staff in a safe area. Yuna shook her head slowly. Those are not dangerous chemicals. They are energy drinks. We have been drinking them for over 200 years. That is impossible. Velthar said. These compounds are lethal. No species can survive exposure to them. Humans can, Yuna said simply. The door to the laboratory opened. Tay walked out. He was holding one of the metal cans from the cooling unit. The can was bright blue, with silver lightning bolts on the side. Velthar took several steps backward. Put that down, carefully. Do not open it. Tay looked at the can in his hand. He looked at Velthar. Then he did something that would haunt Velthar for the rest of his life. He opened the can. There was a soft hissing sound. A small cloud of gas escaped from the top. Velthar screamed and covered his face with his arms. He waited for the burning. He waited for the pain. He waited for death. Nothing happened. He slowly lowered his arms. Tay was still standing there. He was smiling. He raised the can to his lips. No! Velthar shouted. Do not do it! You will die! Tay drank from the can. He drank deeply. He finished half of it in one long swallow. Then he lowered the can and let out a satisfied sound. That is good, he said. I needed that. Long day today. Velthar stared at him. His 4 eyes could not blink. His mind could not process what he had just seen. A living being had just consumed enough toxic chemicals to kill 100 Velkari. And he was standing there, smiling, acting like nothing had happened. How? Velthar whispered. How are you still alive? I told you, Yuna said gently. Humans are different. Our bodies can handle these chemicals. They actually help us. Help you? Velthar felt like he was losing his mind. These compounds destroy nervous systems. They burn through stomach lining. They cause heart failure in every known species. Not humans, Tay said. He took another drink from the can. Velthar's legs felt weak. He leaned against the wall for support. This could not be real. This had to be a bad dream. He had seen many strange things in the galaxy, but this was beyond anything he could imagine. More humans were gathering in the corridor now. They had heard the commotion. A young woman with a friendly face walked up. Her badge said, Mina. What is happening? Mina asked. Why is the inspector so pale? He saw our energy drinks, Yuna explained. He thinks they are dangerous. I thinks they are dangerous, Mina laughed. Oh, yes, I heard other species cannot drink them. It must seem very strange to you. Strange? Velthar's voice cracked. You are drinking poison. Right in front of me. How is this possible? Human biology, Tay said with a shrug. We evolved on a planet with many dangerous things. Poisonous plants. Venomous animals. Harsh weather. Our bodies learn to adapt. Now we can eat and drink things that would kill others, but these are not natural substances. Velthar protested. These are artificial chemicals. Made in factories. Yes, Yuna agreed. But they work the same way in our bodies. We process them. We use them for energy. Then we get rid of them. No harm done. Velthar pulled out his scanner again. He pointed it at Tay. The man had just consumed massive amounts of banned chemicals. His body should be showing signs of damage. His organs should be failing. The scanner showed nothing wrong. Heart rate, normal. Blood pressure. Slightly elevated but within safe range. All organs, functioning perfectly. This is impossible, Velthar said for the 10th time. Inspector? Yuna said softly. I understand this is shocking, but please believe me. We are not in danger. We have been drinking these things our whole lives. Our parents drank them. Our grandparents drank them. It is completely normal for us. A new voice joined the conversation. What is completely normal? An older woman walked down the corridor. She had gray hair and wise eyes. She carried herself with authority. Her badge identified her as Dr. Sue. Dr. Sue, Yuna said. The inspector found our energy drinks. He is concerned. Dr. Sue nodded slowly. Ah. Yes. I thought this might happen during an inspection. Inspector, I am the chief medical officer. May I explain something? Velthar nodded weakly. He had no words left. Human biochemistry is very unusual, Doctor, Sue said. Our species evolved under harsh conditions. Our bodies developed ways to process substances that would harm others. Caffeine, for example, is a natural insecticide. Plants make it to kill bugs. But for humans, it simply increases alertness. Insecticide, Velthar repeated. You are drinking insecticide. In a manner of speaking, yes, Doctor, Sue said. And taurine, another common ingredient, is found naturally in our bodies. We produce it ourselves. The synthetic version just adds more of what we already have. Velthar looked at the humans around him. They were all so calm, so unbothered. They truly did not see anything wrong with their behavior. The council will hear about this, Velthar said. There will be an investigation. There will be consequences. Of course, Yuna said. We will cooperate fully. We have nothing to hide. We are just being human. Just being human. The words echoed in Velthar's mind. What kind of species was this? What other secrets were they hiding? What other impossible things could they do? He had come here for a simple inspection. He had found something that would change the galaxy forever. The Galactic Council Chamber was the largest room Velthar had ever seen. It was built inside a hollowed asteroid. The ceiling stretched so high that clouds actually formed near the top. Representatives from over 500 species sat in circles around a central platform. Today, every seat was filled. Velthar stood on the central platform. His legs were shaking. He had never spoken to the full council before. He had never imagined he would need to. Tell us again, said High Counselor Zeth. The ancient being had 6 arms and skin like polished stone. You found 157 banned chemical compounds on the human station? Yes, High Counselor, Velthar said. All stored in their food preparation areas. All easily accessible to the entire crew. A wave of murmuring swept through the chamber. Representatives whispered to each other. Some looked angry. Some looked frightened. Some looked confused. And the humans, Counselor Zeth continued, they were consuming these chemicals? Yes, I watched them do it. Multiple times. They drank the substances directly from metal containers. They showed no signs of harm. The murmuring grew louder. A Velkari representative stood up. His purple skin was flushed with anger. Impossible, he shouted. No biological creature can survive exposure to Class X compounds. The inspector must be mistaken, or lying. I have scanner records, Velthar said quickly. I have video evidence. Everything is documented. Then perhaps the humans have tricked you, the Velkari said. Perhaps they swapped the containers. Perhaps it was just water. I analyzed the liquid directly. The chemical composition was exactly as the labels described. Caffeine, taurine, guarana, all at lethal concentrations. The chamber erupted in chaos. Representatives were shouting over each other. Some demanded that humans be removed from the Union. Others called for immediate investigation of all human stations. Others simply refused to believe what they were hearing. High Counselor Zeth raised all 6 arms. The chamber slowly fell quiet. We will hear from the humans directly, Zeth said. Summon their ambassador. The great doors at the far end of the chamber opened. A single human walked in. She was small compared to most species in the room. She wore formal clothes in dark colors. Her black hair was cut short. She walked with confidence and calm. I am Ambassador Hana, she said. Her voice was clear and strong despite her size. I represent humanity on this council. How may I help you today? Ambassador, Counselor Zeth said. You have heard the inspector's report. Do you deny these claims? I do not deny them, Hana said simply. Everything the inspector said is true. Humans do consume products containing those chemical compounds. We call them energy drinks. They are very popular among our people. The chamber exploded again. This time, Counselor Zeth let the noise continue for a full minute before calling for silence. You admit this freely? Zeth asked. You do not see any problem with your species consuming banned substances? With respect, High Counselor, these substances are only banned for laboratory use. They are banned because they are dangerous to most species if improperly handled. But humans are not most species. Ambassador Hana pulled out a small device. She pressed a button. A holographic display appeared in the center of the platform. It showed complex biological data, charts, graphs, diagrams of internal organs. This is human biochemistry, Hana said. Please observe. Our digestive system is highly resistant to toxic compounds. Our liver processes chemicals at an extremely efficient rate. Our hearts can handle stimulants that would kill other species. She pointed to a specific chart. Caffeine, for example. For a Velkari, the lethal dose is approximately 50 milligrams. For a human, it is over 10,000 milligrams. We are 200 times more resistant. The Velkari representative sat down slowly. His anger had been replaced by shock. This cannot be natural, said a Morthian counselor. Your species must have been genetically modified. No modification, Hana said. This is how we evolved. Earth, our home planet, is a harsh world. Our ancestors competed with predators. They ate whatever they could find. Many plants on Earth contain natural toxins. Humans who could not process these toxins died. Those who could survive passed on their genes. Over millions of years, we became very good at handling dangerous substances. She changed the display to show a green plant with white flowers. This is coffee, she said. It grows naturally on Earth. It produces caffeine as a defense against insects. Humans discovered long ago that consuming this plant made them feel awake and alert. We have been drinking it for over 1,000 years. 1,000 years? Counselor Zeth leaned forward. Your species has been consuming banned compounds for 1,000 years? For caffeine specifically, yes. For energy drinks with multiple compounds, about 200 years. We have extensive medical research proving they are safe for human consumption. A Tholic representative raised a tentacle. What about the other compounds? Taurine? Guarana? The list goes on. All processed similarly by our bodies, Hana said. Taurine is actually produced naturally inside humans. We make it ourselves. The synthetic version simply supplements what we already have. Guarana is another plant from Earth. It contains caffeine but also other compounds that our bodies find useful. The chamber was quiet now. Representatives were studying the holographic data. They were comparing human biology to their own species. The differences were remarkable. I have a question, said a small being from the back rows. It was a Fenlic, a species known for their scientific minds. If humans can safely consume these compounds, what effect do they actually have? Ambassador Hana smiled. Increased alertness, improved focus, more physical energy, faster reaction times, enhanced cognitive function in the short term. Enhanced? The Fenlic sat up straighter. You are saying these compounds make humans better? In some ways, yes. Temporarily. That is why we call them energy drinks. They give us energy when we need it most. Murmuring filled the chamber again. But this time, the tone was different. It was not fear or anger. It was something else. Curiosity, interest, maybe even respect. High Counselor Zeth spoke again. Ambassador, I must ask directly. Are there other banned substances that humans consume regularly? High Counselor Zeth. Are there other banned substances that humans consume regularly? Hana paused. She seemed to be choosing her words carefully. High Counselor. Humans consume many things that other species cannot. Chocolate contains theobromine, which is toxic to many mammals. Alcohol is a literal poison that we drink for recreation. Capsaicin, found in spicy peppers, causes pain in most species, but humans enjoy it. The list is quite long. Oh, silence. Complete silence. 500 species sat in stunned disbelief. You drink poison for recreation? Counselor Zeth asked quietly. In moderate amounts, yes. It is very popular at social gatherings. Velthar watched from the platform. He had thought he understood humans. He had thought they were just another new species. Soft. Weak. Friendly. Now he realized the truth. Humans were survivors. Humans were adapters. Humans were something the galaxy had never seen before, and they were only getting started. The council debated for 7 hours. Representatives argued. Scientists were called to testify. Medical experts from dozens of species reviewed the data. In the end, they reached a conclusion that surprised no one. They did not believe it. The evidence is interesting, High Counselor Zeth announced. But we cannot accept claims this extraordinary without direct proof. We request a demonstration. Ambassador Hana had expected this. What kind of demonstration would satisfy the council? Quote, a controlled experiment. Under our supervision, we want to see human consumption of these compounds in real time. We want to monitor the effects. We want to understand. Hana nodded slowly. I will need to consult with my people. But I believe we can arrange something appropriate. 3 days later, the demonstration was ready. The council had prepared a special observation room. It had transparent walls so everyone could see inside. Medical monitoring equipment lined every surface. Cameras recorded from every angle. Nothing would be missed. A single human had volunteered for the test. His name was Day. He was an engineer from Station Horizon. He was young and healthy. He had consumed energy drinks his entire adult life. Day walked into the observation room wearing simple clothes. He carried a bag over his shoulder. He looked calm and relaxed. Outside the room, over 100 representatives had gathered to watch. Velthar was among them. So was Ambassador Hana. So was Dr. Su from Station Horizon. The rules are simple, Counselor Zeth announced. The human volunteer will complete a series of engineering tasks. He will work until he cannot work anymore. He may only consume the human energy drinks for sustenance. We will monitor his health continuously. How long do you expect this test to last? Asked the Velcari representative. Based on our models, the human should collapse within 4 to 6 hours. The chemical compounds will overwhelm his system. He will experience heart failure or nervous system shutdown. Ambassador Hana said nothing. She just smiled slightly. Day opened his bag. Inside were dozens of energy drink cans. Different colors. Different brands. He set them on a small table near his workspace. I am ready, he said. Let us begin. The test started. Engineering materials were delivered through a small hatch. Day was given increasingly difficult problems to solve. Build this circuit. Repair this device. Program this system. The tasks required focus, precision, and mental energy. The first hour passed. Day worked steadily. He completed every task quickly and correctly. He drank 1 energy drink during this time. The medical monitors showed his heart rate had increased slightly. His brain activity was elevated. But all readings were within safe ranges. Interesting, the Fenlick scientist murmured. No adverse reactions yet. The second hour passed, then the third, then the fourth. Day kept working. He kept drinking. His movements remained precise. His mind remained sharp. The tasks grew harder. But he adapted. He solved problems that would take most engineers much longer. At hour 6, the Velcari representative spoke. This is when we expected failure. What is happening? The medical monitors still showed healthy readings. Elevated, yes, but not dangerous. Not for a human. He is actually performing better, the Fenlick noted with amazement. His reaction times have improved. His accuracy has increased. The compounds are not hurting him. They are helping him. Hour 10, hour 15, hour 20. Day took short breaks to stretch his body. He ate small amounts of food delivered through the hatch. But mostly he worked. And he drank energy drinks. Can after can. Compound after compound. Enough toxins to kill every representative watching. He did not slow down. At hour 30, High Counselor Zeth called for a pause. "This is impossible," Zeth said. "The human has been awake for 30 hours. He has consumed enough caffeine to kill 50 Morthians. He should be dead." Ambassador Hana stepped forward. "High Counselor, with respect, Day has not even reached half of what a human can endure. Our species regularly works for much longer periods when necessary." "Longer?" The counselor's stone skin seemed to crack with disbelief. "How much longer?" "The current human record for staying awake is approximately 11 days. Most humans can function for 3 to 4 days without sleep if properly motivated. Energy drinks help extend this capability." The chamber fell silent. Representatives looked at each other with new understanding and new fear. The test continued. Hour 40. Day was still working. His efficiency had dropped slightly, but his accuracy remained high. He had consumed 32 cans of energy drinks. The medical monitors showed his body processing the chemicals efficiently. Hour 50. He completed a complex programming task that normally took teams of engineers several days. He did it alone. He did it correctly. Then he opened another can. Hour 60. Some representatives had left to sleep. Others had called for replacements to continue watching. But Day remained. Working. Building. Solving. The Velkari representative had not moved from his seat. His purple skin had gone pale. "What are these creatures?" he whispered, to no one in particular. At hour 72, Ambassador Hana finally called an end to the demonstration. "Day," she said through the communication system. "That is enough. You have proven the point." Day looked up from his work. He seemed almost disappointed. "Already? I was just getting into a good rhythm." He stood up and stretched. He gathered his remaining energy drinks. He walked out of the observation room as if he had just finished a normal shift. The medical team rushed to examine him. They ran every test they could think of: blood samples, brain scans, heart monitoring, everything. The results were impossible. And yet they were real. "Minor fatigue," the lead doctor announced. "Slight dehydration. Some muscle stiffness from sitting too long. Otherwise, he is perfectly healthy." "After 72 hours?" Counselor Zeth asked. "Yes, he could probably continue for another day if needed. With proper rest afterward, he will recover fully within 24 hours. The chamber was silent. Every representative was processing what they had just witnessed. A single human had worked for 3 full days without sleep. He had consumed enough banned chemicals to kill a small army, and he had walked away healthy. Ambassador Hana addressed the council one final time. "Honored representatives, I hope this demonstration has answered your questions. Humans are not breaking your laws. We are not endangering ourselves or others. We are simply living as our biology allows. The compounds you have banned are tools for us. Nothing more, nothing less." High Counselor Zeth nodded slowly. All 6 arms were folded in contemplation. "The council will discuss what we have seen today. But I believe I speak for everyone when I say that humans have given us much to think about, much to consider, and perhaps much to learn from." Day was already walking toward the exit. Velthar caught up with him. "How do you feel?" Velthar asked. "After all that?" Day shrugged. "A little tired. But not bad. I have worked longer shifts back on Earth." "Longer than 72 hours?" Day smiled. "During emergencies? Yes. When lives depend on it, humans can push very far. The drinks help, but they are not the real source of our endurance." "What is the real source?" Day looked at Velthar with tired but bright eyes. "Stubbornness. Humans do not know when to quit. It is both our greatest strength and our greatest weakness." He walked away, leaving Velthar alone with his thoughts. Stubbornness. The galaxy would learn that word well in the years to come. The Galactic Council spent 1 full month debating what to do about humans. Scientists testified. Lawyers argued. Medical experts presented study after study. In the end, they created something entirely new. They called it the Human Exception Protocols. The document was over 2,000 pages long. It listed every banned substance that humans could safely consume. It explained the biological reasons why. It set rules for how humans could possess and use these materials on their stations. And most importantly, it recognized humans as a unique case in galactic law. This is unprecedented, High Counselor Zeth announced during the final reading. Never before has the Council created species-specific exceptions to safety regulations. But humans have shown us that our regulations were designed with certain assumptions. Assumptions that do not apply to their biology. Ambassador Hana accepted the document with a graceful bow. On behalf of humanity, I thank the Council for their understanding. We will honor these protocols. We will continue to be responsible partners in the Galactic Union. The ceremony ended. Representatives returned to their homeworlds. Life in the galaxy continued. But everything had changed. Word of the human demonstration spread quickly. Species that had never paid attention to humans before suddenly became very interested. What else could these small creatures do? What other impossible things were normal for them? Station Horizon received more visitors in the following months than in its entire previous history. Yuna welcomed them all with the same warm smile she had shown Velthar. She gave tours. She answered questions. She let curious aliens watch humans go about their daily lives. The energy drinks became a particular fascination. "May I see one?" asked a Tholic researcher one day. Her tentacles quivered with excitement. Yuna handed her a can. The Tholic held it like it was a precious artifact. She scanned it with multiple devices. She took thousands of readings. "Remarkable," the Tholic whispered. "Simply remarkable. The concentration of active compounds would kill me instantly. Yet your species drinks several of these per day?" "Some humans drink more than that," Yuna said. "We have a saying. Too much of anything can be bad. But we generally know our limits." "Generally?" The Tholic seemed alarmed. Yuna laughed. "Do not worry. We are careful. Usually, the real change came 6 months after the Council ruling. The Galactic Science Authority made an announcement that surprised everyone. "We are establishing a new research initiative," the Authority Director declared. "The Human Compatible Chemistry Program. We need humans to work with substances that are too dangerous for other species to handle." The applications flooded in. Laboratories across the galaxy wanted human researchers. Chemical companies wanted human testers. Medical facilities wanted human consultants. Humans became valuable. Very valuable. Dr. Su received 3 job offers within a single week. Tay was recruited by a prestigious research station on the other side of the galaxy. Even Mina, who had no scientific training, was offered positions simply because she could safely handle materials that would kill her new co-workers. Station Horizon was designated as a special research facility. It received new funding, new equipment, new importance. Yuna was promoted to regional director. But the strangest change happened to Velthar. He requested a permanent assignment to Station Horizon. His supervisors thought he was joking at first. Then they thought he was crazy. Why would a respected safety inspector want to live among humans? The species that drank poison? The species that consumed banned chemicals for breakfast? "I have my reasons," Velthar said simply. His request was approved. He moved to Station Horizon 1 month later. Yuna was waiting for him at the airlock. Her smile had not changed. "Welcome back, Inspector," she said. "Or should I call you something else now?" "Velthar is fine," he said. "I am no longer here to inspect. I am here to learn." "Learn what?" Velthar walked with her through the corridors. The station felt familiar now. Almost comfortable. He had visited many times during the Council investigation. "I have spent my entire career measuring things," he said. "Counting chemicals, calculating risks, enforcing rules. I thought I understood how the galaxy worked. I thought I knew what was dangerous and what was safe. They passed the laboratory where this had all begun. Tay was gone now, but other humans had taken his place. They were working on a new project, something involving compounds that Velthar could not even pronounce. Then I met humans, Velthar continued, and I learned that everything I knew was limited. My understanding was based on my species, my biology, my assumptions. I never considered that the rules might not apply to everyone. Yuna nodded thoughtfully. The galaxy is bigger than any one perspective. Yes, exactly. I want to understand humans better. I want to see what else your species considers normal. I suspect I will be surprised many more times. They reached the break room. It was a simple space with tables and chairs. A cooling unit hummed in the corner. The same cooling unit that had changed Velthar's life. Would you like something to drink? Yuna asked. We have water, tea, juice. Velthar looked at the cooling unit. He had once feared what was inside. Now he felt only curiosity. Do you have any of those energy drinks? He asked. Yuna raised an eyebrow. You want to try one? No, that would kill me very quickly. But I would like to watch you drink one, if that is not too strange. Yuna laughed. It was a warm sound. A human sound. Not strange at all. We have visitors ask this all the time now. She opened the cooling unit and pulled out a bright green can. She opened it with a practiced motion. The soft hiss of escaping gas no longer scared Velthar. She drank deeply. Half the can in one swallow. Just like Tay had done on that first day. Velthar watched her carefully. He saw her eyes brighten slightly. He saw her posture straighten. He saw the tiny signs of the chemicals working inside her impossible body. How does it feel? He asked. Yuna considered the question. Like waking up. Like my mind is clearer. Like I have more energy to spare. It is hard to describe to someone who cannot experience it. I think I understand, Velthar said. In a way. They sat together in the break room. Human and alien. Two species that should not have been compatible. Two perspectives that should not have found common ground, but they had. Velthar, Yuna said after a comfortable silence. I have a question for you. Please ask. Why did you really come back? The truth, Velthar thought for a long moment. His 4 eyes looked around the room. At the strange human furniture. At the colorful cans in the cooling unit. At the small plant growing in a pot by the window. Because humans give me hope. He finally said. The galaxy has rules. Old rules. Everyone follows them because we assume we must. Then humans arrive and show us that the rules are not absolute. They are just agreements. They can be changed when we find new information. He looked at Yuna directly. If humans can drink poison and survive, what else is possible? What other impossibilities might become possible if we simply question our assumptions? Yuna smiled. It was the same warm smile she had given him on his first day. But now he understood it better. It was not just friendliness. It was invitation. An invitation to see the universe differently. You know, she said, for someone who is not human, you think like one. Is that a compliment? The highest one I know how to give. Outside the station window, stars stretched into infinity. The galaxy was vast and old and full of mysteries. But it was not unchanging. It was not fixed. Humans had proven that, and Velthar was ready to see what would happen next. The end was really just another beginning.